Good evening, Facebook. I hope your weekend is going well. I hope y'all having a blessed day. But today, I have a real good word for you. And the topic is,
Man, hold on. No, let me get him. Let me get him, Joey.
oh man, come on, man. Don't you see I'm doing a video?
Man, I see you doing the video, but I need to do it, man.
Wait a minute, so what you saying? I can't preach it?
You can preach it, man, later. Let me get him, Joey.
Come on, man. So what you saying? You can do it better than me, right?
Absolutely. I need to speak to the streets.
You need to speak to the streets.
Absolutely. Now let me get in this thing.
All right, man. Y'all heard him. He want to speak to the streets. All right.
Thank you.
Here it goes. Come on, man. Man, what's good, man? This be your boy JP, man. I got to talk to the streets because we going insane around here. Check it. The purifier fire of God's presence make them holy like God. God has always used fire to identify his presence and purify his people. To Moses, God spoke through a burning bush, saying, the place you are standing, this is holy ground. To Elijah, God consumed the altar with fire from heaven, proclaiming, among the other things, that this is a holy man. To the first few believers in Jerusalem, God visited them in a violent blowing wind and tongues of fire, announcing that these are holy people. To Solomon and the worshipers at the temple, God came as a fire from heaven, consuming the temple, stating that this is a holy place. What I'm trying to say is, people who are right with God separates from the world. They are holy, not like some of us ministers and apostles and pastors keep living the street life, keep smoking in the street, sipping in the street, clubbing and popping in the street. My sister preached a sermon last week that struck my heart. She said we're supposed to look different from the people in the world, not look alike. Not party on Saturday, smoke weed, drink, cheat, and then get in the pulpit on Sunday like nothing ever happened. Jesus prayed that all his followers should be separated from the world. He said, I am not praying that you take them out the world, but that you protect them from the evil one. They are not of the world, as I am not of the world. He says, sanctify them by the truth. Your word is truth. So how are they going to accept your word as the truth when they see what you really do? He said, as you sent me into the world, I also have sent them into the world. I sanctify myself for them, so that they also may be sanctified by the truth. John chapter 17, verse 15 through 19, Jesus used the word sanctify 3 times. It means to set apart, scar use, or make holy. Remember what Peter wrote. But as the one who called you is holy, you are also to be holy in all conduct. For it is written, be holy because I am holy. A law of physics states 2 objects can't occupy the same space. That is true regarding our hearts. God and sin can't occupy the same space. Say it again. God and sin cannot occupy the same space. Say it one more time. God and sin cannot occupy the same space. A person who is right with God has confessed their sins, so only God resides in their heart. So the question is, are you holy? Are you separated from the world? Have you distanced yourself from sin? The people who are right with God have just fallen in love with him. It's like they can't wait to meet him in his consuming glory. I mean, they long to meet God in worship. They know that worship does not lead to encounter with God. It is encounter with God. So the question is, do you long to encounter with God in worship? Does your heart seek to respond to God's glory, greatness, and goodness? When one is right with God, they can't help but to tell the glory of God, the greatness and the goodness of God. Witness of God is a natural outgrowth for the ones who are in love with God. So you ask JP, what it take to be set on fire then? Well, I'm finna tell you. First of all, fire cannot be ignited when it's in a hostile environment. We to be on fire must be composed of consumable material. We must find a way to create a kind of spiritual battle that creates both heat and light. And that way is no secret. God gives us the formula for starting a fire in our hearts. Actually, it's simple as striking a match on a pile of dry wood. And just like my brother Elder Banks loved preaching about 2 Chronicles, it wouldn't hurt to start there. Humble yourself, pray, seek my face, and turn from your evil ways. Then and only then will you hear from heaven. So understand, to sums it all up, the first thing you must do, take personal responsibility for your actions. 2, humble yourself before God. 3, spend time with God. 4, long for God's presence. And 5, and the most important one, walk towards God. Those were the steps to get you right with God. So the question is, are you ready and willing to walk with God? Are you willing to take those steps? Understand, sometimes it may be hard to get to those steps, but that's why I stay before Jesus, because he is the ultimate lover. He is the ultimate protector. He is the ultimate redeemer, and he is the ultimate receiver. Receive you right in his arms and love you tight. If you love this and it touched your heart and you feel some kind of change going on, please share this. Peace, love, and happiness.